I have the cheapest boots you could imagine, brother.
We'll be alright then. Not insulated in it.
I'll strip my pants if we find a shirt out there.
I doubt it.
I thought it was gonna be warm. It's still cold. Alright. First scout of the season. It's chilly. Dylan's about to go in. Me and Dylan got, I don't know, I think Dylan's got 1 or 2 or 3 cameras out here. I've got a handful of cameras in this section, so I'm gonna grab these cameras quick and then push farther up what would be north. And we're really gonna dig apart the north because we've essentially covered the heck out of this area.
So where you said to go south to get to that corner, if you go to the other corner right there.
What other corner? What other corner?
Yeah, it's a fucked up little lot, but you can jump right over the creek. That's where I ended up sitting, and that's where I had a doe coming behind me.
Hell yeah.
And then
All right, 1 for 1. I'm gonna sneak back into this thicket and see what the sign looks like this year. Last year when I was in here scouting, the sign was absolutely ridiculous. We already seen rubs on the outside that I gotta go back and film, but it just seems to be always be a good spot. Well, I'm not seeing the same sign. The rubs that are leading in here from over there are pretty ridiculous, but they did not lay them down inside of here.
This is that one I had to use my hoodie string for.
Oh yeah.
They held on like a champ.
It died super quick though. There's not a lot of sign in here this year, man.
that rip up.
I was there last time we were here though. But it's a good one. And the one back there.
Yeah, there's a big one in here. Hopefully we got him on that smaller camera. Camera was on that bigger tree watching this opening. Unfortunately, I put that camera up way too soon and a bunch of overgrow ended up surrounding my camera, so it died super early. However, look at this. Light rubbing over there. Might even look like from last year. Look at this guy. See how there's little black spots in it? It's mold. So this was done early season when it's still warm enough that this can grow mold on it. And there's still a lot of moisture in the heat. So he's in here early season. Where's that other one? Oh yeah. Same thing. Little black spots all in it. This is his bedding area right here, dude. We're just in it. Yeah. He can move around however he wants in here. He's got this up to his back. That deadfall up to his back. Escape routes everywhere. So hopefully that cell camera got a couple pictures of him. But I did have that smaller camera out here, so if he made his way out into that opening, I got him on that. Alright, just got done looking around in there. Super big rubs in there. Fingers crossed I got that guy on camera. This is going to be the next island, right? This is the one that I got 2 cameras on that thicket's on. Yeah, the camera's right there, and it led right to that bed. Alright, so this is a trail that tucks into this bedding area. There's actually super good bedding to the... Oh, I hope I got him on camera. Yeah, there's nice secluded beds in there. It hooks right, and there's very good bedding in here. My camera's right here. 3 for 3, boys. So we just walked through back there, grabbed my camera. This is on like the back side of this bedding. Super thick, but something can still stand up and walk around. These are all snapped off. This is like above my belly button. I don't see any rubs yet. All right, here's a rub. That's early, yeah. That's a historic. These 2 are early seasons. This is snapped off. About the same height. These have been touched up a little bit. There's my camera. So right in this opening. So last year when we walked through here, all of this was just shredded with like crazy rubs. I'm not seeing it this time.
Down goes Fraser. Got some battling straps right now. Alright.
Where to go?
This way. Onward.
Alright.
Down yonder.
Dude, we're 4 for 4. I was gonna put a camera right here. So everything that was in this pocket last year, all the sign went right into this little pocket right here, and then it hopped over, and then eventually you get to that little like half U area that runs against the egg. But so this next season I'm probably gonna run one over here. Same thing, run them back here. But you would imagine this transition in the morning time, catching something walking down this edge or walking down this edge to come into either one of these bedding areas.
Just angle it for the opening.
Just got to find the right tree. Like there's nothing you can set up in other than that. Those 3 skinny ones, I can get a stand to stick up and hunt that. That's just like
2 of them together.
Yeah, that's literally just like the tree I sit when I killed Tiny and the last year. But it'd be tough because you're way over there.
But you also got anything that comes through that opening and wraps around, and
It's tough.
you'd be looking down here too.
So what we'll do is we'll just grab all these cameras on our way back to the main area that we want to pick apart, and then come back through here and comb through it again.
Yeah.
But at that point we should separate because we're all pretty familiar with this. So just see what we can find. I have scouted majority of this spot. The area that me and Chris are walking through right now, I haven't poked around in. It's not that big. It's actually on the back side of everything that we were just scouting inside of there. But this habitat looks like something a big old deer would be in. Dylan's walking out farther that way. He's in more of like a, it's like a funnel, or it's like an opening through this whole thicket that they kind of run down. There's a nice runway that goes both ways. That's what Dylan's walking down. So we're just combing through this together, seeing if we can't find any crazy sign. Something mature. Found it?
Come over here.
All right. That's a good one.
Same caliber, right?
Yeah. Same
Early
time.
season.
Same time frame.
But then there's
Look at these nicking back here.
There's later ones over here though. Watch this. You see that one up there?
Yep.
And then look right here.
That one's nicked there.
So this is a bedding area. It's gotta be.
This is, and this is later into the season. See how there's not that many little black spots in it? That's more like, you know, later October.
And I think he's marking these.
Yeah, think about it. This runway, he's probably coming down here. That last one that we've seen that you pointed out, it's probably like a doe little runway that's going through this, and this is him marking them.
Should we pop back there or no?
We can. I'm gonna check the map, see if I haven't already.
There's like a little.
But we should just follow this all the way down, because think about it. If you're a big buck,
right there. You see that one?
yeah, we'll go up and check that. But think about it. If you're a big buck and there's does running through this thicket, right side to side, the easiest way to come through here and to smell everything is run right down this. And you feel somewhat safe. You've got cover on both sides of you.
Pretty thick. He got 2 bounds and he's in cover.
For sure. Yeah, let's go. It's a really good one. Same time frame. So it's got, you know, maybe mid-October, early October, just before it starts to stay cold. You know what I mean? Look at this. Nothing shredded. That's early season. Early. This is just a good spot, dude. Absolutely. Alright, so we've just been milling around back and forth. This little funnel. It's like a tight little corridor that they walk down. I missed it completely last year, but there's a really good rub in there. And then me and Dylan just worked down where Chris is walking at right now. So I'm trying to find a tree that I'd be able to target this path right here. That's kind of a mess. You know, I wouldn't be able to be on the ground because by the time season gets here, everything's going to be up at my neck. So So this is tough. This is probably why this sign is here. So we just milled all through the back end of that. Now I had already scouted last year pretty much the meat of all this. I just did not hit that corner that we were just in that I was kind of making a big deal out of. Definitely gonna have to come back. I'm over here. Here's one of the old ladies. Let's see if she's still got a card in her, huh? Yep. And she on. This is insane. So far, so good. All the cameras have been found. Still got a handful more, but
You see the orange?
oh,
About chest height right there?
you would imagine whatever it is coming down here, Dill Dug.
That or this lane right there on the outside.
Yeah. So this camera probably should be a good one because we've got trails coming this way, the one we came in on, and then this leads to my cell camera that I had does, still continuously have does hitting. Well, card's gone out of this one. It's just too good to be true. I'm sure a bunch of people know about this spot. A bunch of trails meeting up right here. I did have a handful of people on my cell camera that's only 50, 60 yards from here. Alright, at least they left my cam. There was a pretty big deer. There was a pretty big buck that got taken out of this section. I can't imagine it was anywhere close to here, but I imagine that big buck was at some point during the season standing in front of that camera. And old boy didn't want me to know, but that's alright. You guys keep on stealing my cards. I'll keep killing the big deer. Sounds like a deal to me. Alright, well the good news is, Dill Dog. Yeah, it was watching right here, so this is perfect.
Yeah, dude,
This is tore up, boy.
when we came out.
You have to have something on camera ripping this up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Luckily, Dylan's card and camera was still there. Look at all these trails. There's a lot of deer activity here, just a lot of activity in general, but man, it gets a lot of pressure. There's Dill Dog's camp. Still there. All but one camera.
Did pretty good.
Yeah. Just missing the card for one.
We ain't done yet though.
I'll take it. Yeah. Alright, we grabbed all the cameras. Now we're gonna head straight back to part of this public that we haven't spent much time in. And the time that I have spent in there, it seems like that's where the big guys are living.
What? Feels so good to be back in the woods. My lady says I'm crazy. I said I'm at peace.
This is pretty much when the scout really starts, right here. We're just gonna mill our way back all the way to the back end of this property. So those guys are that way, kind of walking the edge of the water. I'm staying on the inside where all these oaks are. And you would think at first glance, like, man, this looks like a killer deer area. However, that's what everybody else thinks too. So this spot gets quite a bit of pressure. Never seen anything too mature running around in here. You can catch a doe or two for sure. But if the goal is to get something mature on the ground, it just ain't gonna do it. Gotta push farther back. It's been here for like 4 or 5 plus years. No, that's looked like that. Somebody hunts it every year. Yep. Just not seeing anything. Everything kind of just looks the same. That tree stand that I pointed out has been there for, like I said, the last 4 or 5 years. And like every other year, the area gets cleaned out. So he's got shooting lanes and whatnot. I was just about to say that all the signs pretty much died off. Looks like a bed right here. It's for sure a deer bed. You see the back rounded off right there? That's where Dylan's staying at. Definitely a doe, smaller doe, but there was a rub that was kind of ripped up next to him. It seemed to follow this trail. And I thought that I could see from way back there. I thought I seen a really nice rub. So we got those coming in on that trail.
I got some fresh droppings sitting at the top.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, fun.
Yeah, good ones here. Got one out here. That's good. And they got food.
Yep.
50 yards
nice
away.
Concealed corridor.
Feels like deer in here though. You can be big, you can be hidden, you can still get your rack around.
Yep.
This thing's tall. Oh! That's a good one. Look at that.
Should I sight?
Yeah, you'd think like the core of it right at your hip. It's pretty good. That's a very good rub. It's all snapped off behind it. This is a historic here. This made the walk worth it, eh? Find some pretty good rubs. And they seem later into the season, which would make sense. Good cover in here. You got ag right to the other side of you. Oh my God. This is the same one that me and Chris just found. Same deer. This is a big one, Chris. Oh, it's the same one that. Wow.
Same. A little low, but.
Another one right
That's
there.
a good one.
So they're moving.
That's what you're looking for.
Solid.
Fresh rub there. That lane. So where Dylan's at, there's a lane that shoots this way. There's a lane that goes that way. That's where I came from. There's a bunch of historicals. That's rub from last year. This would be a good spot for a camera just to watch this, because they're definitely getting pinched down into right here. So that's where I was just talking about having a camera at. Just a little bit farther back. Good set of rubs. Historic. You're on one too right there? Yeah, this is a lane right here. There's one on you, historic. 2 fresh runs from this year. A historic that's broken. And then the historics that I originally talked about.
So I came down a heavy trail, which led straight to you.
We got some really big historicals right here. Every one of these is hit up. There's one that may have been from the season before, but then we got some fresh ones right over here. There's another lane right here, so this would even be a good area to run a camera because you got these lanes coming together right here.
This whole area, you could probably put one here.
It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. That oak, that small younger oak. So you can shoot the edge and you can shoot down into this. All right, now that's my guess.
We don't still coming in here. So look at that right there, and then right over there, that one's tore up too.
That little cluster you're talking about?
Yeah, there's cluster across from us. You can't see it because
I
there's
see
a
the
branch
one
in the
right
way,
here.
but there's. Which also means there's a couple of them in here competing. Oh, that one too.
Got one here. Here. There's one up there. You ask me, man, this sign to me, my opinion, is them just coming to and from ag. A lot of the sign has, yeah, that's a little bit later, but a lot of the sign seems like it's, you know, first week of October-ish, and they're just coming in, bedding in this thicker shit, staring off into this hill, getting up evening, working their way towards ag, milling around in here. So we're turning around now, heading back the way that we came in, but we're gonna cover the other end of it. I got some good ones here. Really good ones, historic. The main focus was just getting the cameras. and then squeeze it into these spots and see if we can't pull any information out of it, which there is one spot I'm very interested in. I got it marked on the map. So this is the last place that I scouted last year. Well, I scouted this area, and the same sign is here. It's got to be the same deer. It's here. Last year's historics. Last year there was a fresh one from this year up there. Keep coming this way. It's just a weird spot because there's nowhere to set up. And when they are in here, the grass is super tall. Yeah, these got rubbed up. This guy. That's a good one.
A lot of trips last year with it. Oh.
There's a good one in here. And see, this is what I thought last year. I thought this is where they'd be bedding at, is right in here. Look, there's a really good one in here. Right there. You got the real thick at your back. That's all shredded up. That's shredded up. Think about it. You come in here, you tuck your back against this thick, and you can look out into this opening. Coming to ground today, boy.
It was worth it. I would say it was worth it.